All right, so first things first, who are you and what's the name of your show?
I'm Heather Anderson Boll, and this is the Caucasian Chalk Circle. In Hall Auditorium, April 16th to 19th, 2015. No.
Fair enough. It's too much.
Bertolt Brecht
Yeah.
resists a 5-word description. Yeah. Yeah. This play is about a good person who tries to just do the right thing in a world that is constantly telling her to do the wrong thing. And then it's about a man who tries to do something good, but he's ill-equipped, and the world teaches him that it's much easier to adapt to expectations and start doing the wrong thing. And so we see those two, we see the positive reinforcement and the negative reinforcement butted up against each other, while each of them learns lessons about the constructs of society that are corrupt and that beat people down or build people up. And it all moves through about 10 different plays until they all circle back onto each other and culminate in one explosive scene that, God, makes us face our completely fucked up justice system. Bertolt Brecht is a playwright, an artist, a visionary who I've inhabited and read and taught his theories of acting, his principles of performance for many years here at Oberlin. I've developed a course here. As an actor myself, I've studied his work and applied his work in many, many plays, even beyond his own plays. He wrote plays and theories of performance in the 20s to 50s. He was a Jewish man in Germany who escaped the Holocaust and wrote this play in exile in the U.S. He observed the social constructs. He observed capitalism. He observed the things that existed in his own time as if he existed outside of them. You know, he was able to look at the things of his own world and say, there's something wrong here, and he was able to frame them in such a way that could help people question them and see outside of them too. He explored techniques. He traveled and he saw techniques of Chinese opera, and he was able to apply performance techniques that really broke down the naturalistic forms that he had inherited, that he was watching happen in the 20s. He was going to the theater and seeing people, as he describes, lulling themselves to sleep, lulling themselves into a trance of believability. And he said he would sit there and look around and think, everybody's congratulating themselves, thinking, oh, I really believed it. Oh, I really felt for that character. And he would say, wake up. We're in the theater. We have this chance, right? There are all of these people sitting in the seats. We have this chance to do something about what's wrong with our world. And instead, we're going, oh, I felt something. And going home feeling like we're done. And so he said he would literally walk into the theater and see people walking by an impoverished person holding a cup out. And they would pay their tickets, pay their money for their tickets and go in to the theater and feel good about having felt something. But they're ignoring what's right outside the theater, right? So so he started writing plays and writing performance theory that would jolt us out of that believability trance, that asked us to drop into a moment and then pop out of the moment and remind the audience, don't forget you're in the theater. Don't forget you're watching something up here on purpose. And so instead of actors dropping into character and sort of losing themselves in character, we're asked as actors to step out of character, to frame what our character's choices are and say, look what my character's about to do. My character's doing this because of the social constructs that he, she, they exist in. Let's look at what those constructs are, what is required of this person in order for them to survive, and how can we make it strange to ourselves? How can we take the things that we walk by every day, that we ignore every day and accept as normal, and how can we start framing them and make them strange so that we'll start to question them? So those are all some of the reasons that I love Bertolt Brecht. I love his plays, and this is a great, epic masterpiece that all of those theories and all of his writings culminate in. It's one of the most complex and soulful of his plays, and it incorporates music and these beautiful, simple two-person moments with grand, massive crowd scenes and craziness and juicy hilarity, and then epic tragedy and political biting sharpness, and then again, simplicity. So you're constantly on the edge of your seat, having to really face the things that we exist in every day. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, yeah, it's just incredible. Oh my God. We have 4 musicians from the conservatory, a pianist, a cellist, a drummer, and a guitarist, who are just an incredible band, an incredible ensemble, improvising with the actors in the moment. And then also we have Nathan Mata, a composer who orchestrated several of the specific songs. So we have underscoring happening within the play as well as pop-out kind of songs. An actor will be in the scene, and then a character will ask them a question, and then full-on lights, mic comes down, sing a song, and then back into the scene again. Brecht asked for that sort of interruption, contradiction. So we have some of those framed songs pre-composed, and then so much of the piece, the whole play is improvised and created, right there in the room. It's just been incredible, just an incredible ensemble. A tremendous amount of work on everybody's part, but it is the most glorious group of people imaginable to create this back and forth communication between speech and music. And Brecht wrote that music can be a narc on the action in the play. So sometimes the characters will say one thing, and then the music goes, right, and tells us the truth about what the characters aren't saying. Or sometimes the characters are afraid to speak the truth, and so the music is the soul coming through. So we have that sort of juxtaposition and contradiction happening too,